Harry's new podcast faces criticism by experts as royal posing that Archewell to lay off them. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have only released one episode of their new podcast Archewell Audio, and arts writer Charlotte Runcie has something to say about their new production. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have recently released a podcast in a deal with Spotify, but one radio expert seems to think they should take note of how it should be done. Spotify has reportedly paid the Sussexes £18 million to produce their new venture, and the first episode was released in December 2020. Both Meghan and Harry moved to America for a more private life with their two children, but critics are still commenting on their projects. Radio and arts columnist Charlotte Runcie has spoken about her thoughts on their podcast and wrote in The Telegraph, "Fair enough, podcasts are hard to make." She then went on to praise the really good BBC Sounds podcast The Coming Storm and recommended the Sussexes to follow suit. Charlotte told the publication, "Harry and Meghan take note, The Coming Storm, a cross-section of society and politics, feels urgent and necessary, unlike more royal posing. There is no current updates on Harry and Meghan's podcast, but fans can expect to see them in an upcoming deal with streaming platform Netflix, reportedly worth £110 million. Harry's tell-all memoir is due to be released later this year, and according to royal sources his grandmother is nervous about what he might reveal. The Queen is reportedly incredibly anxious about the book's release after what has been a hard year. Harry has promised that the memoirs will contain an accurate and wholly truthful account of his life as the man he has become. The Queen's husband and Harry's grandfather Prince Philip died in April last year, and she has recently stripped her son Prince Andrew of his HRH and military titles, meaning that he will face trial as a private citizen. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry reached out to Kate Middleton last week with a very private video call from California, according to one royal expert. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry spoke to Kate Middleton as the Duchess of Cambridge celebrated her 40th birthday. Royal expert Christopher Anderson told US Weekly's Royally Us that the Sussexes reached out privately last week. He said the couple, living in California, consciously decided not to make any public statement about the birthday like they had in the past. The video call comes amid reports of fraught royal relationships, particularly between Harry and his older brother Prince William. Mr. Anderson, who penned the royal book Brothers and Wives, Inside the Private Lives of William, Kate, Harry, and Meghan, said sources informed him of the call. He said, "From what I understand, they did a video call, they wished her a happy birthday, very private. But, Harry and Meghan were not going to post anything as they did 2 years ago when Kate turned 38. Mr. Anderson added, "Both Harry and Meghan made a very public display of their affection for Kate at that time. This time everything was kept private." He then discussed Kate's birthday celebrations last weekend, which he described as very low-key. The 72-year-old American journalist said, "From what I understand, the birthday was kept to a small family affair. It was held in Amner Hall, with family and friends. Kate only has a small circle of friends. They baked their own cakes. The low-scale event was in part due to the ongoing COVID pandemic and restrictions." However, with William turning 40 in June, it is thought that a joint celebration is already in the works for the summer. While the birthday celebrations were subdued, Kate did publicly mark the milestone by releasing 3 portraits that served as a nod to the late Princess Diana and the Queen. In the photographs, the mother of 3 wore her late mother-in-law's Collingwood earrings and 3-strand pearl bracelet.